Game 2 of the current series. If you've not yet seen Game 1, you might want to go watch that first. There'll be a link in the description as well as in a button on the video. Game 2 now in Pool B play from the IEM World Championship between MC and WhiteRa. Now SK's MC will be our red Protoss down in the southwest position here on Cloud Kingdom, while WhiteRa is our blue Protoss up in the northeast position on Cloud Kingdom. MC is up 1-0 over WhiteRa. Last game simply outmassing WhiteRa a lot between WhiteRa staying on one base and a very successful 6-stalker blink up into WhiteRa's base that killed slightly over a dozen probes.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue there was really the defense by WhiteRa. It felt just very clumsy. He moved his army down to catch the stalkers in retreat, but just sort of forgot that he had to give them a reason to retreat first. Which,
Yeah,
I'd hate to call it clumsy because I love WhiteRa, and I don't know anybody that doesn't love WhiteRa, but I can't think of a better word to describe it.
Yeah, 3 and then 2 zealots does not cut it for making 6 blink stalkers run away. But yeah, I mean, WhiteRa, he's a good guy to see turn this around. I mean, he is the master of special tactics.
Yeah.
He will do ballsy things like
going down.
Expand and then defense it. And hey, you know, even if it doesn't work, he will remind us all that more GG, more skill.
Yeah. And he's got absolute dominance over the manor right now. Both games he's been the first one to say good luck, have fun, smiley face, or good luck, smiley face, and MC's just copied him. MC's probe scout showing up way earlier.
Yeah, WhiteRa's not moved to scout yet, whereas MC's probe is up in the WhiteRa's base now. Sees everything.
Yep, builds are still identical.
He builds a manor pylon right in the middle of WhiteRa's mineral line.
Actually, I think those 2 probes... No, they aren't trapped, they're just killing it anyways.
Actually, I believe those probes are trapped. You'll notice the other ones getting to those minerals are moving around the back. A very annoying manor pylon.
It looks like there's space between them, but I guess, I don't know.
Catching only 2 probes, I'm not sure if that actually pays for itself before this zealot's going to be able to finish it off. Perhaps it is more of a psychological thing.
Yep, he also
MC has queued up another pylon.
He also dropped an assimilator on WhiteRa's assimilator.
Yeah, he was not able to drop that other pylon, and the zealot has moved over to kill the manor assimilator. Oh, the pylon's queued up again. Will he get it? Oh, it's denied again. MC very happy with the manor buildings in this game.
Yeah, he's definitely making efficient use of them. Or effective use of that scout probe. Looks like WhiteRa's scout probe is turning around. Not doing any of the manor drop. Pylons or anything.
WhiteRa now adding a robo facility. Both players still just sitting on one gateway.
Yep.
Finally that manor simulator is down, and WhiteRa's able to pick it up to get his second gas.
We're adding another gateway, so we'll be up at 2 gateways, 1 robo bay. MC's still on just 1 gateway.
Yeah, whereas MC's going for a fairly quick expand, and there goes this expansion nexus. Both sides getting pretty close to finishing on the warp gate research.
Yep, 3rd gateway getting added on for WhiteRa. And robo facility just finishing up.
Yep, MC just now getting his 2nd gateway. And WhiteRa getting an immortal immediately out of his robo facility. Chrono boosting down.
2 stalkers of MC's moving out across the map. Taking a couple of shots at WhiteRa's, which is sitting down at a Xel'Naga tower. Looks like they're just gonna sit at that tower now. No? Or move on. WhiteRa's got a probe moving around the north side of the map. Down the west side, probably gonna drop a pylon.
MC for his part just dropping a robo facility. Also his 2nd, 3rd gateway are getting reasonably close to finishing.
Yep, both players will be on 3-gate Robo, but MC will have another Nexus. Oh, never mind, WhiteRa is also adding its own natural, it's just substantially behind.
Yeah, MC's natural now finishing, whereas WhiteRa is still basically just starting, so MC has a substantial advantage in the expansion timing. As for the units, WhiteRa has 2 Zealots, the Immortal, 1 Stalker, and 1 Sentry, to MC's 2 Stalkers and 5 Sentries. So WhiteRa doesn't particularly have an army advantage to show for his later expansion.
No, he got a little bit more production earlier, but hasn't put it to a whole lot of use just yet.
The worker counts are still very similar, but MC is starting to take a lead. At 34 and 36 currently.
WhiteRa's Observer Scout is getting into the base. MC's first Observer is just leaving. About a third of the way across the map.
Now the robotics bay is just about to finish for WhiteRa.
Oh, some Stalkers and Observer catch WhiteRa's Observer, and MC kills it. So WhiteRa is once again blind.
Yeah, WhiteRa somehow doesn't even know about MC's... He does know about it from the units, but he actually didn't see the buildings in that observer's path.
Yeah. MC adding on 2 more gateways, as well as another Robo Bay back in his main mineral line.
Whereas MC has seen everything of WhiteRa's.
Yeah, he's even got an Observer to just sort of hang out with WhiteRa's army.
Yeah. MC is establishing a proxy pylon on the low ground near what would be WhiteRa's third. WhiteRa saw it go down though, and here comes a couple of Zealots and a Colossus to knock that down. It gets cancelled. And will he see the other pylon that's dropped behind the mineral line? It looks like he won't, and it's going to be allowed to finish.
Well, that's WhiteRa's.
Or no, that is WhiteRa's. Okay.
That's kind of an odd place for a proxy pylon for WhiteRa, but I won't question the special tactics. I don't know what all is involved in defensing it.
MC going to work on these destructible debris. WhiteRa's forces are right on the other side, up on the high ground, outside of his natural. MC pulls back towards his proxy pylon after knocking it down. And WhiteRa's just about to get the extended thermal lance, as well as Colossus number 2. Whereas MC is just getting Colossus number 1. His thermal lance is much farther out. And MC has pulled back to his own bases. But he still has the proxy pylon, as well as a scout probe and observer, providing a fairly good view around the perimeter of WhiteRa's bases. Now WhiteRa is moving out towards the tower. His probe sees it. Bye-bye scout probe. Now he's knocking out pylon. That'll momentarily supply block MC at 107 out of 100.
Yep, and WhiteRa's taking this opportunity to expand to a third.
MC knocking down more rocks, giving himself some more maneuverability.
Way in the lead for debris killed.
Yep, 2-0. If only that counted.
Moral victory, I think.
Now, WhiteRa is getting a Stargate. We'll see what he tries to mix up with that.
Yep, right now both players sitting on 5 gates with 2 robo facilities.
Yeah, both of them working on that all-important Colossus count. And WhiteRa's first product from that Stargate will be a Void Ray.
Yep. MC's own third base is about a third of the way done now.
Now the Colossus count is tied at 4 each. MC has 3 Immortals to WhiteRa's 2. They both have 7 zealots. MC has 5
WhiteRa
stalkers, WhiteRa has 4, and MC
apparently
has...
just 7 probes ahead.
Yep. And then MC has 5 sentries to WhiteRa's 1.
Looks like MC's gonna add on 2 more gateways rather than the Stargates. This Twilight Council is about to finish again, so more blink. Presumably.
MC continuing to clear out the center here, going for his 3rd Destructible Rocks kill. Both sides just bunkered up, or proverbially bunkered up, and just headed towards maxing out. Both operating off 3 bases now. MC just now transferring. Yeah, both a 150 supply. That all-important Colossus count is sitting at 6 for MC and 5 for WhiteRa. But they both have 1 more in production currently. And WhiteRa now has a mothership on the way.
WhiteRa also has 1 more gateway, or he's building 3 more gateways, so he's going to be 1 ahead of MC.
The big question is, when is one of them going to feel comfortable to try and break from this standoff first? MC's scouting around, or beginning to break off with a few stalkers, as well as an observer from his main force. And it looks like he just wants to sit by the tower. Meanwhile, WhiteRa's forces are fanned out in a line by his 3rd.
Yep. Upgrade-wise, they're both have 1 to ground weapons, and WhiteRa has 1 to armor. MC does not yet have the armor upgrade done, but his blink is about to finish.
MC Stalkers kind of coming in towards WhiteRa's natural. They decide against it, though. WhiteRa does have a couple Colossus and Zealots there.
WhiteRa getting... or rather, MC getting a Templar Archive. And WhiteRa going for Zealot Charge rather than Blink.
They're both back to standoff mode now. Continuing to work towards maxing out. WhiteRa very nearly is at 198, and MC just has hit max at 200. And
yeah, kind of
Mothership arrives.
Very fairly passive game. It's been a lot of teching up. MC kills a probe and pylon that it drops in the middle of the map.
WhiteRa's forces have grouped up and are now moving out under the mothership from his natural. MC sees it with those group of stalkers that were still forward. He also now knows that the mothership is out. He's seen the cloaked units. Behind this offensive, WhiteRa is taking a 4th.
Oh, Free Mortal gets out of position.
Yep, MC's units engaging out of position. You're losing a couple Colossus very easily.
Yeah, Stalkers and Immortals not really able to engage in this fight very well. Coming in now, but it's a bit late. All the damage has been done.
Yeah, between the cloak field from the mothership and just the attack angles, this is favoring WhiteRa quite a bit. The Colossus count is still 6 for WhiteRa to 2 for MC. And the overall supply is 127 for WhiteRa and 80 for MC. Yeah,
just
MC's
like the special
in the middle of the
tactics from
map.
Brood War, this just does seem to involve a lot of Zealots.
Now he's catching at least one of the Colossus on a retreat. A few more Zealots and Stalkers trying to hold out here by MC's natural. WhiteRa's still pushing in, and MC barely gets 1 more kill on Colossus, but then loses his own Colossus. And WhiteRa's moving in here on MC's natural, unopposed. Still a couple Colossus, a few Zealots, and the mothership.
Yep, and MC loses his observer that was giving him vision of the mothership units.
It drops a vortex in the mineral line. That's an interesting form of harass.
Pretty effective way. Oh, all the Zealots and probes come out of that vortex, and a lot of the probes die very quickly.
The Colossi and Mothership have moved on towards MC's 3rd. Now, with help of
Well,
some Zealot
Zealot
reinforcements, they are just dominating that probe count.
Yeah, it looks like MC finally has enough to push this attack away, but I think the damage has kind of been done.
Though the Stalkers managed to bring down down the mothership. But yes, damage has been done. There's a couple new Colossi out here for MC. WhiteRa still has his own Colossus. And another one arriving. MC actually taking the advantage, though. Getting some 2 versus 1s. He's about to lose one of his Colossi, but he has 2 and WhiteRa has only 1 up here.
He's now down to 32 probes.
Yeah, MC is down to 46 supply to WhiteRa's 116. WhiteRa has more Archons and High Templars continuing to stream in here. And MC GG's at 31 supply. Yeah, he didn't quite really... I mean, he barely did kill that attack force, but ultimately, you know, with the reinforcements, he never really stopped it. Oh, while it did crushing damage to his economy. And
the one terrible engage was all it really took, I think, for MC to sort of lose the lead. It wasn't even really a lead that he had, but they were fairly evenly matched, but just having half of his army on the low ground not fighting, and then losing half of his army, only to have the lower army, or the army that was on the low ground come up and die shortly thereafter, fighting, you know, 1 or 2 at a time, just didn't work.
Yeah, it was all about that one big engage in the middle that WhiteRa won by a huge margin. So now it's tied 1-1 going into game 3.